Good morning. I'm excited to have the talk with Antonis, Althex's co-founder and CEO. Together, we will discuss about the artificial toolset for forecasting and comment on its key threat points, as well as some of its components that still have space for improvement. ATF is a software component that forecasts the expected production in a factory based on data from smart sensors. And the ATF is essentially a time series forecasting tool that trains an LSTM artificial neural network using past sales data of products. Thereafter, the model is tested on an unseen validation set of data to assess its performance in terms of RMSE or root mean squared error. A simple baseline model, and more specifically a persistent baseline, is also generated, and the LSTM's RMSE is compared to that of the baseline to assess the performance. Finally, a 4-week forecast into the future is also made that predicts the daily sales of a product. Graphs of the input data, baseline model validation set and predictions, and the LSTM's validation set and predictions are also generated. The ATF envisions to optimize the production volume of products and hence reduce the amount of waste, leading to an efficient and greener production line. So, Antoni, thank you for your time. Can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Nikos. Thanks for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here to give you some feedback on your project. As you mentioned, I'm co-founder and CEO at Althexis. My formal background is in electrical and computer engineering and psychology, and I have a strong focus on AI and machine learning. I have an extensive experience in R&D, and especially the last 5 years, my focus has been on integrating technological innovation with real-world applications of high societal impact. So at Althexis, we specialize in skin analysis and digital dermoscopy, and our mission is to make such technologies truly accessible, to democratize them. And we're doing so by adopting a really competitive software as a service business model. And this way we can lower the barriers to entry for our customers. So to give you some more insights about the technology we're using, we combine multispectral imaging with machine learning methods to help the doctors and GPs to better decide on the underlying skin conditions of the patients. And we also help pharmacists in a similar way to better fit products, skincare products, specifically to the needs of their customers. And we're doing so by combining the same medical great technologies, but we also complement them with a sophisticated recommender system that we have built. Finally, we offer two products currently, Althexis Dermoscopy Suite and Althexis Skincare Suite. That's a little bit of introduction about me and my company.
Thank you so much. So, Antoni, after watching some slides and the video of the ATF, and as an AI and machine learning expert, what initial impressions do you have regarding the key features of the ATF?
Yes, first and foremost, I really appreciate the motivation and the vision of this tool set. I find it quite interesting, the fact that it can provide a 4-week sales forecast about and help the production of a company. I find it's really, it can be really valuable. So a company can use this tool to optimize the production, to lower basically the cost, to plan ahead the sourcing, I guess, of their materials. And in this way, they can be really efficient and also environmental friendly. So I find it quite interesting.
Okay, thank you. How would you describe the overall user experience of the tool?
Yes, the tool itself, it's pretty straightforward what it does and how it operates. It's a user-friendly application, and as I mentioned, can definitely have a positive impact on the sales operation and production. So yeah, for me, it was a straightforward what it does, how you operate it, how you start from the selecting of the data set, the training procedure, the validation procedure, and then you can use it to basically forecast forecast ahead given the current, let's say, the present data you have. Um, yeah, so yeah, the overall user experience is pretty positive so far. Yeah.
Thank you. And what kind of improvements do you recommend being to the system?
Yeah, as I said, I think the user experience is already at a very good point. My proposed improvements and recommendation is considering the algorithms and some technical stuff. So, starting with the algorithms, I think it could be a positive addition to incorporate additional forecasting algorithms, even even if they cannot outperform the current algorithm. It will be good to have additional baselines for the user to check how well the performance they're getting is compared to other methods. So, for example, you can include ARIMA, like more classical, more traditional methods for forecasting. And this may also have an additional benefit of improving the explainability of the overall tool set. Usually, more traditional methods are more explainable because they're based on simpler models, most of the times linear models. So it's usually pretty straightforward how they operate and how to which part of your data set they're building they're base their prediction. So they could be more explainable, yeah, in a sense. And explainability in general, I think it's a good thing to have because it promotes trust, and this is again something that needs to be established for the user to really be benefited from this system. Now, yeah, moving on to the validation and testing procedure. To my understanding, currently that the toolset is adopting a static validation scheme, which is all good. But since we're having this notion of time series, it's good maybe to an additional improvement could be to implement a rolling validation mechanism. This will be give, let's say, more robustness to the measurement of the performance. Also will exploit better the available data set. So it's also an improvement for data efficiency. And also, yes, having a robust performance measurement scheme can also help the users to more easily select from a set of available algorithms instead of having just one. And finally, with regard to the dataset itself, right now the toolset is demonstrated using a synthetic dataset, which is it's all fine. And I think this should be kept as a feature to also have the option of training the system with a synthetic dataset. But this could be improved by having, let's say, different options on different flavors, if you will, on synthetic data set. Each of one could be more targeted to specific use case. And why I'm saying it's a good thing to keep the synthetic data set as part of the toolset is because someone can benchmark in a repeatable way and also an explainable way how good the used algorithms are, how robust they are, and this can give valuable insights about the performance, the robustness of the system. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. That's all I've got.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time.
yeah. You're welcome. Anytime.